All right, it's follow up time. What's up, guys? Happy Friday. Um, so I posted a video a few days ago regarding don't hit send, and it's not that I promote not hitting send. It's what I promote is having an understanding of when you do hit send, when we hit send, when we really do anything on an electronic device that involves the internet, it's subject to others seeing what is happening, and to what extent do we know that and acknowledge it. So I did do some research. Norton Security actually has a very good post on WTF happens when we do click anything, basically. Certainly when we type in what I would call personal information disclosing requests for either information or products or whatever. Anyway, so I got my notes. It's on graph paper. I don't know how I could potentially ever have graph paper, but I do. And let's just go through a couple of these. I'll try to keep this quick because my follow videos suck. Here's a fact. You ready for this? Google sees and captures 80% of internet traffic. Let's just let that sink in for a second. Pretend they had 80% of just your information. That'd be a lot. They have 80% of everyone's information. And so let's follow that through a little bit. What do they do with it? What happens? So one of the benefits, one of the good things, in my opinion, in just my opinion, is that we get consumer advertisements, commercial advertisements for products, articles, opinions, people that we would otherwise never see, and I think that's a good thing. They're taking our information and using it in a larger aggregate world, and telling us, things that could improve our cognizant lifestyle, I guess. The problem, and this is a consistent problem, is to what extent do they have that stuff? I mean, they're giving us stuff that they think we want to see. How much stuff do they have that we don't want them to see? Not that you're being nefarious and, buying assault rifles and stuff like that. Some are, but personal privacy is a tenet, within our society. And is that being abused without our knowledge? And consent, by the way, consent. I went to a trampoline park on Saturday, just almost 1 week ago, and I had to sign my children up for liability waivers, and these are like 6 pages long. I had no real chance of reviewing them, no chance whatsoever of contention or marking them up or giving my own opinion on it. I just hit send. Yeah, or not send. Appropriately maybe. I just hit I consent to this. I want my kids to jump. I will assume most of the liability here, but if you've got like a nail hanging out on your trampoline, I have no interest in signing off on that. But the idea that lawyers think that signing a document that you can't negotiate and you don't read because it's too long and inconvenient. I mean, let's be practical about this, boys and girls. That's not real consent. I'm not a lawyer, but someone should argue that at some point. So Google controls all this stuff, and Here's the thing: is it gets our stuff gets sold to others. Let's talk about cookies real quick. Have you guys noticed? I have, not all, but a lot of websites that I go to now. They have this allow cookies disclosure, and if I want to read the article, I have to say yes. And what are they doing with those cookies? I'm never gonna read that. I don't know. I don't want you to do that. Where is that personal privacy that most people assume and rely on? And how are we being manipulated with what our actions are doing? So there's Google, then there's Facebook. Facebook actually has something called, what's this called? Off Facebook activity. I haven't checked it out myself, but you should, and I will. It will disclose to whatever level that they feel like disclosing, what data they're capturing from you. And I'm not pretending like they're giving you all of that information accurately, but it's a step in the right direction, and it's probably good to know that, or at least understand what you've done that they have, and take the logical step of they're using that for monetary purposes. Third, there's government intervention going on. There was a shooting of some maniac, some psycho in New York just recently, the other day, where he's throwing smoke bombs on subways in underground New York and shooting people. Shot a bunch of people. Luckily, no one died. But he was posting a bunch of stuff that should have some sort of monitoring to it, because he was angry, he was passionate, and something could potentially be avoidable. Similar to the number one, the Google, what are they collecting, and to what extent are they collecting? The obvious risk is, what is the government taking out of this, and to what extent are we exposing ourselves to misconclusions? And that's a real problem. Finally, I ran into this good outcome recently. Last year I did lose my credit card and had to get a new one, new number. And then I started getting a bunch of emails, notifications that said, we can't process your auto renewal payment that you signed up for. And fair enough. I mean, I should be going through my credit card and making sure that, I'm not paying for things that I don't use. But just the activity of getting a new credit card, which is my direct recommendation to you guys, once a year, whatever, just get a new credit card. And they'll say, we can't process your payment. It's really easy to update your payment information if you do use something. But it also lets you know of services that you're not using. For example, ESPN Plus is something that I had signed up for a year back, and I just wanted to watch the US Open on their direct stream, and had to sign up for a monthly subscription. I got a new credit card. Now I'm no longer paying for that monthly subscription, and I think that's a net benefit. So think about just telling your credit card provider, hey, give me a new card. Thank you for watching. You guys are my favorite people. We got BFT, hashtag. We got other topics that need to be explored. Hit me up if you got one. I will, as the model here is, I'll give a layman's opinion about what's going on, and then I'll kind of look into it, and then we'll have fun with the discussion. So be engaged, please. Share it if you feel there's value to that. And I just want to say that I enjoy this, and I enjoy you. So take care. Have a great weekend. Oh, by the way, I did say have a good Thanksgiving. Or I hope you had a good Thanksgiving the other day. I meant Easter, if that wasn't very obvious. Later.